Hey y'all, this is Tempest of Set in that PvP match in the Blood Ravine map. We're gonna get some enemies here. The guy next to me just got hit with a light spell, which gave me splash damage. Robe popped out. I went down pretty fast. It was just we were overpowered at that point. So you're gonna have to resurrect to the base, which is right next to me. Reloading doesn't take a very long time, which is nice. You kind of pop right back in, and there you are. I'm going to run out here. I'm going to cast my heal spell. So heal over time is an AoE. Has a pretty good range on it. I was a little, I think I was a little too far away, but I might have hit some of them out there. Probably too far away, but still, it's pretty good range. Pretty good range. So your heals are pretty easy to do. You don't have to, it's not tedious at all. You don't have to select a character. You just cast it, and they're healed. That I'm targeting on the ground is a root. It's called a quicksand. It just kind of roots them in place for a while. They can still attack, but they can't run away. The two spells you have is a Tempest of Set that are your heal spells. You have the AoE one that I'm mentioning. It's a nice area effect, and it puts a heal over time on there. And you refresh it whenever it needs refreshing. I think it's about maybe every 10 seconds it needs to be refreshed. You also have a instant heal spell. Again, it works in a radius around you. You don't have to target anybody. But once they've been healed by it, they become immune to it for 1 minute. Your recast is only 15 seconds, though. So if somebody came in that didn't get healed by it before, you can use it to heal them. But everyone else that had been healed by it won't have the effect. You have two damage spells. One is it takes a little longer and it hits for harder. It also does splash damage to anyone standing around you. The other one is a quick burst. It's just a direct hit lightning spell. Those do take you. You need to target your enemy to do those. You also have two crowd control spells. You have a stun that you can use to just completely stun somebody for just a few seconds, and then you have the root that I was mentioning earlier. Right now, I had just heard that the blue flag was stolen. I'm looking for the flag carrier. I don't think I actually find the person this time around. Let's see what happens. Nope, it's a mystery to me. They snuck away. So then we're just about to head back out to the other side. If I wasn't making a video, I probably would have tried a little harder to find this person. But yeah, so gameplay in Age of Conan has been a lot of fun. It's much more group oriented, which is what I'm gonna do right here. I'm popping up my my mini map and I'm looking around for my teammates. Meanwhile, someone snuck up on me, and there, I stunned them in place right there. Hit them with some lightning bolts, trying to get their health down at least a little bit, and hoping a teammate comes up to help me soon, because I am a priest class. So what I'm doing is trying to get away. I'm keeping my heals up on my space. That's my root spell. I just hit quicksand, so now I can run away a little more. But she knocked me back, which kind of ruined that. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to hit my instant heal. That just popped up my health some more. I'm keeping my heal over time off, and I'm just trying to buy myself enough time while putting a little bit of damage on her. And hopefully some of my teammates will come help me out here soon. There we go. Now they've taken care of what they need to, and they're coming to help me. That was a little bit of the problem with people reviewing PvP this weekend. You got to realize that this was level 20 characters being played by people that never played the character before and never even played the game before. So a lot of people didn't really know what they were doing. The few matches I was able to make it into where people really knew what they were doing were awesome. You had group versus group battle, and it just clashed, and it was great. Everything played out very well. There are balancing issues, but whatever. Its core is there. It's going to be awesome. We're going to see this person's all by themselves. They barely don't even stand a chance. You really need to stick together. So I'm just going to stun them, throwing some lightning bolts on them. Bam, they're down. So now we're going to head off for their see if we can grab their flag. You also have buffs that you keep up. Buffs are good. They last about an hour, and they don't need to be recast, which is nice. You have as soon as they're set, you have a area of effect of resurrect spell too, similar to what you see me doing when I'm doing my quicksand spell that roots people. You place it on the ground and you click it, and then it just resurrects an area, and it's instantly recastable. It's real nice. I'm casting quicksand there because I'm trying to find a rogue. I saw somebody go invisible. Actually, it doesn't necessarily have to be a rogue because anyone can hide in the game. Shadows, your armor, and sound, and everything goes into effect when you hide in this game. So some places you won't be able to hide, but if you run off into the shadows, bam, there you can hide. Okay, so we got some guys coming up, and Basically I'm keeping my heals up because all my other guys are fighting, and I'm trying to throw out some electricity spells. But right now I'm working on heals. This is kind of cool. The animation when you heal pulls up a your goddess above your head, and she kind of waves her arms, and everybody flashes, and that's you know you hit them. By the way, the game audio you're hearing is playing over my speakers and into my mic. The actual quality of the audio in the game is very nice. I'm not sure how it's going to sound to you guys, but I thought I'd try to at least let you hear something of the audio. So I just stunned that person trying to run away. Stun's very useful. Good for people trying to run away like that, and especially the flag carrier stopping them. It's also good if a rogue pops up, you can stun him right away. That way he's not going to do all his damage that you would have. Or, just trying to get away and buy yourself time. It is a bit of a cooldown on the stun. I think it's something close to a minute, I believe, for their stun cooldown. It would be nice to have it sooner, but if it was, then it'll probably be overpowered with it. Stamina is used for combos, but as a Tempest of Set, I'm not doing much combos. I'm casting spells. Spells use mana. So stamina for a Tempest of Set is used a lot for sprinting, which is actually really nice because it lets you sprint a lot, lets you get away from your enemies and buy yourself time for your hills or whatever. The bad part of that is that if you drain all of your stamina away by sprinting, you actually get a debuff that makes you very vulnerable to attacks and such. So be careful not to use it all up, or don't hold that button down, or you're going to make yourself very weak. Again, some of the problems people are having this weekend. Another thing is active. They do for active combat is you can double tap up or double tap down, and it does extra things. Right here, I'm saying someone grab it. I'm waiting for someone to run it. Being a priest, I don't really want to have to grab it myself, but in this particular case, these guys are more interested about getting kills than actually playing the game. That's just something you run into with all these PvP weekend. People don't really know how to play yet, but that's all right. So I'm helping kill. Eventually, I'm gonna kind of give up and grab the flag myself. There you go. I said screw it and grabbed it myself. I know there's probably no enemies between me and my base because we cleared it, and they're keeping those enemies from coming out. This actually runs pretty uneventfully. I make it all the way back to my base just fine. But overall, the game's great. Highly